Hello.
Hello, Fly. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine, Zeus. How about you?
I am doing fantastic compared to last week, and just overall having a good time tonight so far.
Excellent.
Yep, from the doldrums of work to now. Wait, hold on. Oh, never mind then. Just speak from a friend. Still a little bummed about what happened to Twitter. Now.
You mean X?
Yes. Well, is it really called X? Like, I know they changed the symbol.
Probably.
I don't know what's going to be called, but whatever it is. Yeah. Kind of sad because I meet a lot of people have used that platform a lot now. I feel like, well, I'm going to have to find somewhere else to promote at this point. I'm not sure where.
At this point, I'm honestly convinced that Musk is just intentionally trying to destroy it, much like a child who is forced to accept something, and since he can't get rid of it, is just destroying it in order to make a point.
Yeah. Hey, I'm reaching out to destroy something people like or didn't like, depending on what side of the aisle you're on.
No, more like he tried to get out, he couldn't get out, so now he's just destroying it since he can't have it, and since he can't get rid of it any other way.
Yep. So it's just going downhill, so I just don't know, like another popular platform I can go to next.
Return to Tumblr?
Oh, jeez. There's crazy and there's downright insane, Fly.
Which am I?
You're just lovable. You're just the Fox category. I can't think of anything else.
I willingly admit I'm a weird ass little fuck.
Yes. But my friendly fuck.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Hey, did not mean anything lewd by that. Of course not. This is the most wholesome friend I've had.
It's you.
Getting an ad for some internet service with a joke is that someone with poor service is all pixelated, not loading. Oof. That's weird. Like, this is a weird time for internet. Funny thing though is that my own local connection was making the whole thing crush pixel quality. Oh, oof.
It's a weird thing for everything.
Yeah, it's things are so much different now. Like before pandemic, now post pandemic. Like, where are we going? Where are we going with this? With the whole internet here? It's a bit nuts right now. But beyond that, enough dilly-dallying. Let's just dive right into this game. I'm gonna go ahead and stream it your way. Why am I playing Zero Ski music? I don't know. But I'm gonna quit that right now. So excuse me. The game is trying to load, and it's causing some weird things to happen to my cursor. A lot of weird things happen to my cursor. Hold up.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, hopefully you can see that. And then...
It says stream paused.
Okay, so we're going to do that.
Probably because of minimizing.
Swappity swoopy.
There we go.
We're going straight to hell. Hell yeah, there's a party down there. Anyway, I don't know if there's narration or if there's stuff you want to read, but if you like
we're gonna have to read all the narration.
Okay. So I guess I'll pick if the lead has stuff to say, I'll say, and then whatever. We'll figure
You
it
will.
out.
You will be the lead, and I will be the companion, and then we'll pick and choose with the other characters.
Yep, so let me swap to the actual game stream and make sure. Hey, there's me and Felive right here. Okay. Why is it not letting me stream the game here?
Because you selected off of it. It'll probably show up once you select in.
Climb the stone staircase. More ancient than mine can match. Damn it. This is why it's freaking full screen. I need to get out of there. Then I'll be able to select it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's this weird automatic Heaven's Vault. Now I'll make it full screen again. There we go. So does this look good for you?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, so whatever that quote was, damn it. I think that was...
Something from the Epic of Gilgamesh.
Yes, I've heard a lot of things about that myth. And particularly, that the Bible actually stole a lot of ideas from it, and so have a lot of ancient myths. It actually predates the Bible, if I'm not mistaken. And actually, let me fix the music volume. That's really loud.
Yeah, I noticed.
We'll do that. I'll keep the speech. I think that sounds okay. Everything else. Show subtitles. Yes. Yes, please. Text speed. I'll speed it up halfway. Because I don't think it'll advance until like we click on the screen. Yeah.
It advances on its own.
Oh shoot. Any recommendations?
I left it on default,
Okay.
which worked fine for me. We'll see how it goes.
Mouse sensitivity. I'll increase it a little bit. Alright, so let's figure out what is this place, why am I here, and who the heck am I?
Stories don't have tidy beginnings. The past is always present.
Oh, I get to have a Cockney accent, hooray.
But there has to be a spark. Something that brings the past to light.
The past.
Please, climb carefully.
You worry too much. I mean... What am I going to do? I really can't mimic a Cockney accent to save my life. Fall? Huh.
Take a moment to rest before you walk, mistress, please.
Okay, so it's WSAD to move. And for some reason, I can only tap the button.
No, hold it down.
There we go. A bricked up opening. There is something here. To keep people out, do you think? Or to keep something in? Ah, there's something written here. Ancient script. This must have been cut in when the mortar was still wet. But I think I can read it. No idea. Or it just means Evan's vault. So I do hope we're both coming out just fine to those in the chat, and yeah, I'm coming into this game quite blind. University of Iox, I think.
My story begins on Iox. That was where I met the robot.
This reminds me of the Getty in Los Angeles.
I've been there, actually. Mistress Aaliyah. Mistress Aaliyah Alazra. I have been waiting for you. I have been asked to escort you to Professor Mayari. She is very anxious for your arrival.
And who are you?
I am a robot, mistress, as is apparent. This way.
Did she say what she wanted?
Yes. She said she wanted you.
So why has he sent you? Did you do something wrong?
That seems unlikely. My ethical call prevents me from serious error.
And do you have a name, robot?
Is that intended to be a joke, mistress?
No?
Robots do not have names. We are, as I understand it, interchangeable. This way, you should know that the professor's urgency was remarkable.
Maybe we should keep her waiting. Don't want her making a habit of impatience.
I cannot recommend that course, mistress.
Have I got a promotion?
With respect, mistress, I think that is most unlikely.
The Tree of Knowledge. Or so they call it. Each branch grows more branches. Huh? There's all this here. What the heck? The tree is still there. The whole university centers around it. Oh my goodness. I worry I'm going to be looking at this screen a lot.
Yes or no, it depends on how much you choose to. But it is a pretty massive timeline. After all, you are an archaeologist.
Yes.
Until you finally reach the sun, whatever that is.
I was 15 when my Ari rescued me from the slums of Elbereth and brought me here. I'd never seen such luxury or such kindness.
Why is Miari's room so far from everything?
I imagine she enjoys her view of the tree, mistress. I am sure it is most pleasing to her.
I still don't know why she did it.
Professor Miari?
Aaliyah, there you are. Come in.
I came as soon as I got your message.
You don't need to flatter me, Aaliyah. Nonetheless, I'm glad you came. I know your work is important to you.
My work is important to everyone, Professor.
Well, today it's important to me. You're our expert on history. Tell me what you make of this.
It's a brooch.
Yes, Aaliyah, but I didn't summon you halfway across the nebula to tell me that.
It's certainly old. Empire period. Devices eagle and sun.
One of the scholars sent this brooch to me. Janki Renba. Did you know him?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Look at the detail.
I see them. Ancient markings. I know they're a
I
hobby
know
of
they're a
yours.
hobby of
Sorry.
yours, Aaliyah, but can you read them?
Yeah, I'm probably going to slow the text down a little bit.
Fair enough.
I'd never seen either of these groupings before. But the two words have some common elements. So they must have related meanings.
Well... This is the main gameplay mechanic, trying to decipher the various inscriptions and words that you see. Your job, guess which word seems right, based on context clues, what you can figure out of how things are written, and so forth. You can click on the other one in order to make a guess.
The other one?
Well, I mean click between the two words to switch between them.
Got it. Oh. Holy Emperor? But I'm only guessing. You don't think it actually belonged to an emperor, do you? That would make this the find of a decade.
Now perhaps you see why you're here. Janicki told me he'd found something that was more than a month ago. That was more than a month ago. Janicki isn't like you. He's an Ioxian. through and through.
Alright. Let's slow it down a little bit. You're worried about him.
He's important to me, and I don't know what he was doing out there. He told me he was going to a moon called Maersi. I can't go hunting the nebula for missing people, Aaliyah, but you can. That's what you do, isn't it? Find things?
I'll see what I can dig up.
A cruel choice of words, Aaliyah. Come back when you've found him, Aaliyah.
And here we go, timeline, just seconds ago. Holy smokes. The modern age. So, I guess to see what's going on here. Iox. It is intense. And we're going back 4,000 years. Timeline of the nebula. Emperor. Alright, well, we'll see what we can find then.
And, Aaliyah, you're taking that robot with you. Thank you, Professor. I long to see the nebula. Oh, and before you go, you should look in on Huang. He was eager to see you.
Eager? Why?
Aaliyah, really? I couldn't possibly imagine. I know he's rather beneath you, but you could at least say good faith to him. For the benefit of our little community.
I'll go and find them.
He's down there by the tree. You must have walked straight past him on your way in. Good hunting, my dear.
And then we have different locations. Here. Stuff that the game already reveals to you if you bother to read it. And then where we're going.
Should we go down, mistress? Can I just say, Mistress Aaliyah, it is wonderful to be accompanying you.
If you're going to be following me around, I'll have to give you a name. I'm calling you Six.
6, mistress. I shall remember that.
I wonder if I got Mary's translation correct. I think I did. The shape shows this is an Empire piece. There we go, I know a word. So it just confirms if you're right or wrong? That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Normally it takes a few, encounters.
And the Emperors believe themselves to be gods. So it makes sense that the words would almost be the same. Oh boy. Well, hopefully I can figure this out. I feel this is going to be really tough. But it still doesn't tell me where did this thing come from.
Aaliyah, tell me, are you still wasting your time on your curious words of history?
History isn't mine. It belongs to everybody.
Most of us are decent people, Aaliyah, and do not want it. You should devote yourself to a real science. Metallics, maybe. Loop philosophy.
Miari wants me to find Janiki Renba.
You haven't lured him into archaeology as well, have you? He was always so devout.
What do you mean?
Well, now, your ideas are hardly wholesome. All that death and decay. Most people think you will not be content until you have unearthed your own skull. Good faith to you, Aaliyah. May the waters light your way.
Okay then. So, what do you think of this sculpture?
It has a pleasing balance to it.
Worth the time it took to make, do you think? When there are people on Elbereth who don't eat?
Are your own exploits worth the time they take, mistress?
Should we not be...
be...
Oh, sorry. My bad.
It might have been me.
Yeah. If you don't know history, you can't understand people. You can starve them or oppress them, but you won't understand them. So where did they find you, Six?
Me, mistress. Like most robots on Iox, I was chipped carefully free from a concrete wall on the lower levels. Well, sometimes people walk into you and conversations start.
I see.
And
So-
the bits on the bottom, I'll explain a bit. Leah! Oh, I didn't know you were back on Iox.
How are you, Huang?
Well enough, well enough. I've been reading all day. I just came outside to rest my eyes, and there you were.
What were you reading?
The Annals again. Did you know Mazwai claims the Holy Empire was founded by 3 wolves racing to heaven? Each one tore the throat of the other, and as the 3 fell to earth... Are you really interested?
Absolutely.
Alright, most people glaze over.
He began to talk with such passion that his eyes glittered, and he seemed to grow at least an inch taller.
Leah?
Yes?
You weren't listening. Never mind. I'll walk you to the dock.
Sorry about that. Huang, do you know Janiki Renba?
But I know Renbo, of course. Well, a little. Why?
Well, what sort of man is he?
He hasn't asked you to dinner, has he?
No, I thought he and Professor Miyari were important to each other?
What's that? I don't think so. No more than she is with any of her ex-students. He's fairly quiet, keeps himself to himself, likes his robots.
What did he teach?
Robotics. That's what I meant. One of the best. One of the few. Did you say did? Has something happened to Janaki?
I'll let you know.
By the waters. Before you go, it hardly seems important now, but I found a line of ancient in the Annals of Mazwai I thought you might like. If you have time, that is.
Always.
Here, see what you think.
Empress something. I know one of the words, I have to guess the rest. Empress buried. Robots? No. Labors. Let's see. Buried. Okay, so they actually give me different words down here, I guess, if you don't know what they mean. Work, circuits. They want to know about this. So I'm going to say rebels. Empress buried rebels? I think that's correct.
It's quite a monster, isn't it?
Something about the Empress.
Marsroy is always writing about emperors. I think she was a Republican. I'd best not keep you. I hope you find him. Shall we proceed to your ship now?
Have you sailed before, Six?
I have no idea, mistress. But I am keen to find out.
Alright, so you're mentioning something about the bottom text or something?
Something I'll actually mention regarding the whole game is that, unlike in probably most other games you've played, things don't exactly wait for you. Things continue happening, and the conversation will continue, or it won't. So that bit at the bottom, for example, with reply and question, if you wait too long, basically the moment's passed, and the conversation may die because you didn't take a moment to continue on the conversation. It's also true with other conversations and other things you encounter. If something tells you, maybe you should go here, something else could happen. No. If something suggests, maybe you should go here, you can go there or not. And if you don't go there for long enough, time will pass and you may miss out on your chance. You can make choices that you can't go back on because the game saves pretty much immediately all the time. It's almost impossible to go back on any of your choices.
Oh man.
Think
So
about what you're doing, but also make your choices.
yeah, so it feels very organic. It kind of reminds me of how Oxenfree flowed. If you're not quick enough, you'll miss up on something very important for certain endings and stuff. And more of the timeline. All inscriptions. Alright, so let's see what puzzles I'm going to turn into, what things I'm going to uncover, and if this game will deviate to different endings or not. Go into the game folder, make a copy of the files, and go back and repeat things. I don't think it'll be that easy. Aboard a Nightingale. My ship is my refuge. It's the only place that's truly mine.
The journey to my aircy should be quick, mistress.
You think Miari's friend is in trouble?
As I say, mistress, we should know shortly if we depart.
What do you know about Marese?
Nothing. It is a moon of pigs and rice, mistress. Part of the Iof's protectorate, of course.
I want to go to Elbereth 6, not Marese. I want to go home.
Mistress, time may be a factor in Renba's situation.
I am an archaeologist. If time is a factor, you don't send me.
Yet evidently the professor did.
You think we should go?
Naturally. I will prepare the ropes.
The hesitant hero. Oh, I can actually choose next location. Alright, well, I can go home, but I think it's better off if I go immediately over here. A tiny rural moon. Are we like in space? Huh.
It did say you're in the nebula.
Yeah. Albert is the workers' moon where I grew up. Yeah, no, we need to go over here. Oh god, there's so many paths. we go. Somehow dealing with ancient things in yet a sci-fi setting.
Mayari wanted us to sail to Maerzi. It was a short sail through
Oh.
fast waters.
Welcome to the nebula. Turn us right shortly, mistress.
Sweep sail? What does that do?
I see the force of the river is fastest in the middle, mistress.
Okay.
On the surface it appears the same, but there are deeper currents below.
So it makes me go faster if I hold in my sails.
Mm-hmm.
At least it doesn't seem that hard to navigate.
As long as you have a path, it'll point you there.
Very relaxing game. The
Oh,
Verdant.
yes.
The Verdant Pass.
This is your ship, mistress.
Oh. I call her the Nightingale. I found her in a ruined hall in Elbereth, covered in dust. No time for that conversation, we just go. She must have been someone's prized possession once. She's mine now. That's Maerzi. You can see the greenery from here. Alright, so time to find Renba. If Renba's here, I need to find him. And if he's not, I need to work out where he went.
We stepped off the ship and into the mud. Mud covered the ground and rock. And everywhere I looked, things were growing from the mud. And some of those things had legs.
Look at this place. Breathe the air.
I cannot breathe, mistress. But rest assured, I am most happy for you all the same.
Well then, let's see where Renba's got to. If we're really lucky, you'll have found an old pot. So, where do we start?
There is a series of rice terraces. If we climb up, away from the water, that should take us to the village.
Alright, sounds good to me. But
there is no way I am crossing that, mistress. Robots cannot swim.
you can wait, can't you?
My power source is good for millennia, mistress. Waiting will not be an issue. Patience, however, is more limited.
Tell that to Miari. I love these old moons, with their ancient stories. Who is that, for instance? One of the older goddesses?
She is guarding the fields. I would estimate more than 1,500 years have passed since she was carved.
That's a long time.
Relative to what, exactly?
There used to be gods throughout the nebula, even on Iox, before the Empire was founded. I'm surprised Iox let this one stay. 6? How long were you buried on Iox?
I have no idea, mistress. I do not remember it.
There's something scratched here. The emblem of Iox. I suppose this is where the Mayerson leave goods for the Ioxans to collect. Alright, so let's try and get up this way. That tithe barn was big.
This moon produces a surplus, mistress. For what good it does them.
The air smelled earthy and sweet.
She dominates everything. Elbereth has a statue like that, sort of. It's just a pair of feet.
Iox must approve. Although I understand they had destroyed similar statues on other moons.
Where does all that water come from?
There is a wellspring in the rock below us, mistress. The soil is permanently saturated by it.
Look at this thing. Beautifully crafted. Oh. Something's carved something here. Or someone. Symbols in the ancient script. I might be able to translate them. Alright, let's see what I can do.
Oh.
What happened?
Oh, these symbols look somewhat like my word for emperor, is what she said.
Holy water. Yeah, related to holy, this would be goddess, minus the first part. And water because of the waves, so I'm gonna guess this. Does holy water goddess work? There's certainly plenty of water here. She's guarding the most precious resource, keeping it all fertile. So I was right?
You don't know yet.
Nope.
As long as the word has a question mark, that's just your guess. You can change it at any time. You won't know for certain if a word is correct unless you've seen it a couple times. Or, exceptionally rarely, you get an actual confirmation.
Got it. So per non, it's amusing to me how this robot is mostly cheap-looking Johnny Five body, and then the weird featureless hologram head on top. You know what Johnny Five is?
I do know of the the movie. Never watched it.
Ah. This moon seems poor to me.
This moon seems most poor to me.
Oh.
There are no proper buildings. There is mud everywhere.
You never seen fields before? This is how most people live.
I did not intend to give offense, mistress. I have never been off Iox before.
Forget it, Six. Just maybe keep your voice down a little. So much rice just lying around. I could scoop it up into my diet and feed an Alberethian family for a week. No one would even notice it was gone.
Iox would notice.
So Pernon is from a movie called Short Circuit. Imagine Wally, but taller and with the military-grade weapons. Oh, geez. There's plenty of rice stored up, too. Elbereth should move itself here.
I believe that is exactly what the Protectorate exists to prevent.
Seems like there's a lot of political relations and stuff that we have to unearth. Why can't everywhere be like this? Enough food, enough space, water to spare?
Indeed, mistress.
How many moons are there in the Iox Protectorate? 6?
At the last settlement, it was 23.
Up this way. You sound like you don't approve of the Proctorate.
Protectorate.
Protector, thank you.
I am neither for nor against it in principle, mistress. Although it does
This
not
was
appear
what passed for a
sustainable.
street on Mersey. Buildings on stilts, jumping out of the bushes like children. It was so quiet.
Is that like some sort of like space age term, or I haven't
Protectorate?
Really, yeah,
Not necessarily.
'cause I feel like
I
I've heard
believe
that
the
say.
idea of a protectorate is a nation or group that is no. A protectorate is supposed to be a nation or state or something like that who basically has vassals or those that it protects in exchange for resources or the like, of course.
Gotcha. Now, what would Janiki be doing here? There aren't any robots on Mersey, are they? That's the mystery. Yeah.
Three paths met at the heart of the village. I could imagine them all, sitting around here in the evenings, sipping rucker and singing. It seemed nice.
Stranger!
I'm looking for someone.
Greetings to you too, stranger. Who? Not a Maersian, surely. We are alike as ants to you.
That's not true.
So you are looking for a Maersian.
A man named Janiki.
I have not heard of anyone by that name. Good luck with your search. They say the nebula is wide.
Helpful.
It appears Renbo is never here, mistress. Perhaps we should return to the ship.
Miari told me to look, so I'm looking. And yeah, Protectorate, I feel like that might just be like a high school of a word that I just overlooked for the longest time. Oh! Is that an inscription? At least this won't be a completely wasted trip. It has been mostly scratched away. Oh, sorry. Damn it! Glyphs, 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 glyphs. This one's a fractured piece from a longer phrase.
This is another version of it. Try and figure out where the gaps in the words are. If you can guess enough of it, you may be able to separate it into individual bits.
Oh. Something's gone wrong. Maybe these the wrong words. So it looks like it crossed out goddess like that. Emperor, though. No, that's not gonna work. But I can't put anything over here, can I? The whole... I'm gonna need more words.
Try holy.
Oh, right here. Holy water. That's the word for water, short and simple. And almost a pictogram. Water confirmed. Awesome. Holy water.
What do you see there? That's a guy on the side.
Nothing too surprising.
A child could read it. The symbols simply say water.
It says more than that.
We have lived here for many years, Ioxian.
Oh yeah? Another thing.
Yes?
Oh! Mysteriously, Lucy is following ZeusPegasus. Thank you for following the stream.
I recognize the symbol of our Ioxian masters, of course.
Masters.
Certainly. They prefer protectors, but we need protection from no one else but them.
Anyway, sorry, let me say it again. Mysterious Links Lucy, thank you so much for the follow. Glad you're here. Hope you enjoy my content. I'm a variety streamer, so after going about and platforming awesomeness, I'm back to doing some puzzles with my good friend Falai here. So, welcome.
Hello.
And yeah, if you got any questions about what I do or what this game is about, let us know, and we'll be happy to answer. Have you seen any Ioxians recently?
I told you, no. Your husband, perhaps? Gone wandering.
I'm afraid something's happened to him.
If we had seen your husband, if he had met with an accident among us, what would Iox do?
I just want to know where he is.
We have not seen him. Now leave.
Iox is just and fair. If my friend met with an accident here, Iox would do nothing. The man sighed.
Your husband was here. He left in a ship. Then something exploded in the sky. I do not know if that was your husband.
And that's all?
And it is more than you deserve. Good faith to you, lady. Good faith to you.
Jeez. Good faith to you.
My apologies, Ioxian. My pigs need me.
Please, if you could just... The locals don't seem surprised to see me. Or to see you.
I imagine robots collect supplies from here routinely. The locals, I note, also do not seem pleased to see you.
What?
I'm sensing some hostility.
Oh, yeah. That one guy's like, what is the beef between these two places? We mentioned, possibly politically motivated, relationships, but we have to keep asking more about it.
It seems as if Renba left, and has left us. Shall we leave?
I don't understand. What was he doing here? Someone must know something.
You are from Ajax.
My name is Aaliyah.
Then you are not her. Not Mayari.
That's who you're waiting for?
I heard your voice. You're Ioxian. But you said Aaliyah.
I'm not Miari.
I'm sorry. I should have said nothing.
Perhaps I could learn more from her. Uh-oh. I see when it comes to missing conversations. There's not many people tending to all these crops.
Plants are not like pigs. They do not require constant husbandry.
What do you know about pigs?
I meet people. They are also livestock.
Well then, nice to see you have such a glowing opinion of people. Let's approach a villager. Good faith, lady.
Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you.
Oof. Dead end after dead end.
You can keep going that way and it will send you back down. Or
Oh.
further down.
You mean the way I was going this way?
Yeah, that heads to a ramp.
Gotcha. Did I do something wrong?
You came here. Perhaps that is all.
Man, you're drier than a box of cornflakes. Time to consume people. Did I do something wrong? You were born. I stepped in something.
Mud, mistress.
Are you sure it's not dog shit? Will your tracks cope with the muck?
Thank you, yes. They clean themselves too.
How efficient.
There are little brushes under my fuselage, you understand.
Fascinating.
Mistress.
Good faith.
Please keep it quick. I don't want to talk to you.
Of course. I was admiring your statue. Who is she?
Ibenya. She blesses the fields.
What are you doing all the way by yourself? Can't reach you. It's a rather big map. I think there was another part of the village I missed up ahead. Kibenya. I never heard the name of any of the ancient gods before. I didn't know they even had names. More rice. Do they grow anything else here?
It would not appear so.
Yep, I'm gonna be thorough. And go back to the village. Because there was an area deeper in that I did not explore. I wonder what Kibenya means.
Mistress?
All names mean something. Aliyah, Miari, Huang, even Renba. But I wonder what Kibenya means. Must be someone here I could talk to. I suppose there's nothing old here. No ruins, no ancient kings. No crumpled towers.
Of course not, mistress. This is a farmyard.
Alright, so I went left, let's go right. Why do they build on stilts, do you think? Surely it doesn't flood up here.
The mud, perhaps, mistress. Or perhaps animals sleep underneath.
This doesn't look like it belongs here. Cup. From the Holy Empire, I think. This was a poor person's drinking cup. See, it's been patched up a couple times. The maker did include an inscription across the base. I guess that this comes from the same site as the brooch. The brooch. The one Miari gave us on Ajax. Having this help us locate that site. Ooh. Really? One piece? One cup?
Technically the cup and the brooch.
Oh.
Mistress, when I see an artifact, I can position its origin point using minor radiation markers, but I am at a loss to understand how you do it.
By my faith. It stinks here. Wow, it's...
I do not believe pigs are known for their hygiene, mistress.
That was such an awkward transition. Yeah. By my faith, I can't breathe. I've been by pasture in real life. Yeah, it's, oof. In Colombia, it's the worst. Cattle farms, the worst stench that I've ever sniffed. So much methane everywhere, I can't stand it. I'm looking for someone, an Oxian man called Janik Remba.
Are you expecting to find him hiding behind a tree?
Wow, you're helpful. I just want to find him and go.
Return to your moon. Leave us in peace.
Okay, then. I'm just moving on my own. Alright, that's pretty much everything now. Another thing.
Yes.
I found the cup on the path. It's nearly 450 years old.
Is that so? We are an ancient and noble moon. Keep the cup, Ioxian, to remind you of the fact.
Would anyone else like to help me?
You may talk to whomever you like. We have nothing to hide. Good faith to you, lady. Please, leave us be.
Alright, well, we exhausted all of our options. We definitely need to get more words to go back to this well and see what we can find.
Oh, you did actually find all there was from it.
Oh.
The thing with, with some inscriptions is that it's only a part of a thing. So you can only get some of the words, and the bits at the beginning and end may be part of words that you just don't have all of.
Gotcha.
So you just translate what you have. That was what happened in that case.
Is Protectorate too many moons to manage?
There are no threats at present. This no doubt eases the situation.
Definitely no robots here. No reason for Rembo to come here at all. I don't imagine Remba met that woman Iox after all. But that's neat that in dialogue you can choose to lie or manipulate or just be straight and fair, straight, narrow, and truthful.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of makes me wonder what sort of woman I am.
It's a bit of what you choose to be, and a bit of, how she already is.
Yep. Yep, but that is everything. Back to the ship, 6. Done all we can here for now.
This way, mistress.
And so, we left the warm, wet fields of Marese. Well, I'm glad we don't have to walk all the way back to the ship. It's just click it and go.
You do need to get somewhere near it, though.
We could otherwise sail to Iox to tell Miara what we learned so far about Renba. Or, we can go home. I am quite certain my analysis...
I am quite certain in my analysis, mistress. The crystal at the heart of Renba's brooch. It comes from somewhere nearby, somewhere on the edge of the cyclones.
I've never been that way. No one has. Those are wild rivers.
I wonder, what exactly did Renba discover?
The dangers of sailing through a hurricane? I don't want whatever happened to Renba happening to us.
I will do my best to keep you safe, mistress. But then again, I imagine Renbo's robot said the same thing.
Oh boy. And welcome, Goddess, to my stream. How are you doing tonight? Okay, so we have the brooch crystal in a bigger site. And whatever this is.
Unfortunately, you can't go there right now.
Yep, so I'm actually going to go back to here, and maybe I can find...
Elbereth you haven't been to yet. Iox is where you started.
Yeah, so let's just go here, see what's up. Then we'll go back to Iox. As we do more wind sailing.
Are there other ships on the rivers, mistress?
I have not seen any. There are other ships out here. But you rarely see them. Everyone goes at the same speed. Who's the vixen here? This is my good friend Falai.
Hello.
Also known as Chessrook44 on their Twitch channel.
Go straight on here, mistress.
And she says hi.
You do not like people, mistress. That explains a lot.
I guess we're parking here.
Just for a moment. Tell me. Oh, I don't know if that's me or you. It's hard to tell when in this thing. Is there anything you do like?
A ruin.
I would guess it dates from ancient
The
times.
robot hoppered away, and I was alone. Then it came back.
I recovered a highly ornate nebula chart. It has been inscribed, mistress.
How long has it been there? Huh. This is a long one. Let me think. Related words. We could be God, but we don't know. Oh no.
Oh.
It could be something else.
If it has a word there already, it's one that you already guessed is that word.
Oh, you're right.
So you had already guessed that one was God in another one. You're just not sure yet because you haven't encountered it enough. It's up to you if you want to keep it as that, or if you think it fits better as something else, now that you have more information.
Well, Emperor and Holy have that symbol right here. So that's why I thought God could be this, but God could be another symbol. God knows. Let's go with watches. Oh.
Sometimes.
All? I can still change my mind, but God watches all? I can see what Huang thinks when he back to Iox. Also, Goddess here says that she identifies with the Cabot, which is a
Cat rabbit.
cat rabbit, yeah. Minty green. They really didn't like Iox on Marisay. I always thought Iox treated other moons well. And also, this is such a very nice take on outer space. Very, very different.
I wonder why it's like this.
Yeah. Might be a twist.
Either river ahead leads to our destination at this junction, mistress.
Zeus watches all. I guess you can come to that conclusion. We're almost there.
They say on Elbereth, if you sail too far, you'll meet yourself coming back. But I've sailed plenty far, and I still don't know who I'm supposed to be.
Goddess worships Freya here. What are the River Six?
Flows of oxygen, hydrogen, ice. Their velocity keeps them coherent.
And we're here. The All-Mother. Elbereth. However far I sail, these alleyways will always be my home.
We landed in the dust, outside the great walls of Elbereth. No one looked up to watch us arrive. The people here only ever look down.
Okay.
So this is Elbereth? This was your home?
I lived here for nearly 20 years. There are places in the cactus where I know every stone. I dream these alleyways. This way. This is the gate to the Upper Citadel.
Mistress, there is only solid rock behind this door. Ah, I comprehend. It is a hopper.
It's one of the oldest things on Elbereth. It still works amazingly.
I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without a line of sight to the eye, I cannot take us inside.
What is a hopper eye?
The eye is a focus, mistress, nothing more. It receives and reparticulates the hopper signal. Think of it as a funnel into which the sands of your being are poured. I must assume this gate contains the hopper source. There must be a comparable gate above fitted with an eye.
But what is a hopper? I mean, what's inside it?
An interconnected mesh of quantum. The quantum creates some kind of field which the subject is passed through and dissected via... Mistress, does it matter? I assume you have used the gate before.
We Oberithians know how to use it. You just say the word.
What is the word, mistress?
Cat kiss.
Ianihuake.
Okay. Awesome.
We are now somewhat higher up than we were, mistress.
Of course we are. We're inside the Citadel. Also, Goddess asked if you play D&D.
I have tried playing D&D when I can. Less than I'd like, unfortunately. Where are we going, mistress?
For some reason, there's no word for going down.
The reason for that seems quite obvious to me, mistress. Waste receptacles flush outwards.
And we're back down here.
Perhaps we should return to the ship now, mistress?
Soon, not yet. A grasshopper from LOL is a bug's life. Hopper is LOL lols. Stone feet. The slums below are named after these feet. They're the oldest things here. The original statue must have been huge. Bigger than the statue of Marseille.
4 or 5 times bigger, mistress. But it must be of a similar age, however.
This way, 6.
The smell of the slums made me feel like a child again. It hadn't been a happy time. A simple one, at least.
Yes, very big feet.
Of course, that's what you'd focus on.
I am not a foot person. Let me sing someone from chat.
Fair enough. Do not touch anything, mistress. These structures might topple at the slightest knock.
Stop fretting. Wood isn't stone, but it's strong enough. After all, the nightingale is only made of wood.
The heart of the God's Feet slum was Timor's bar.
Oh, why now?
Timor had
Alia
never once set
Alagra.
foot inside the upper citadel, or so he liked to claim.
By the turning of the waters. You're back!
Timor, you should call me El. We've known each other long enough.
But Aaliyah, that isn't your name. Aaliyah means exalted, high, great one. It's a good name.
And what does Timor mean, flatterer?
Ancient light. It is referring to my
He
smile,
was
I
the
think.
king of the dung heap.
And are you well?
How are you, Timor?
You know me. I live life 1 year at a time.
Nah, like big hips for goddess. So do I.
Now then, the rules are the rules. Your friend there stays outside. I will wait as instructed, mistress.
Oh.
Huh. It didn't argue that time. It usually argues.
I don't get it, Timor. Why don't you like robots?
Oh, they don't buy drinks, do they? They must adore you on Iox to keep giving you those things.
The robots are their eyes.
And you keep plucking them out. You'll always be a rat, won't you? You're very good health.
On the house?
This time,
They say rucker is made from river water, that it burns your throat with the cold of space. But it isn't true.
Uh-huh.
Timor knocks it up out back in an old metal bin.
It's not the robots I mind, you know? It's the way they're always listening. A person should be free to say the wrong thing sometimes.
6 listens, but I don't think it cares what we say.
I hope it never turns on you, that's all. I cannot turn on anyone. My ethical core prevents it. See? He was listening.
He liked me.
Glug, glug, glug.
You want another rocket?
Hit me. I've got nowhere to be.
Here. You can also talk to him if you look to the right a little bit.
Could you translate the name Kibenya? I heard it out on Marseille.
I've not heard the name before, but it sounds like Elberethian well enough. Key suggests a person, a name. Enya is freedom and life, so perhaps a name for a mother, or else a magician.
I best be going. Be seeing you, Timur.
Don't be a stranger.
Come on, 6. Anyway, Goddess redeemed the naysayer. Why the long face? Yay, horse puns. I need to program that so I can just, if you redeem that, you get like some form of horse pun appear on screen.
Are you ready to go yet, mistress?
Not just yet. Six really wants me to leave, doesn't he? Doesn't it?
It's just something that he asks regularly when you finish something. Why do people live like this, on top of each other?
Is that it for the slums?
Yeah, that's the only thing down in the slums. Timur's bar.
Alright, so let's go back to the High Citadel so we find anything. The slums are kept as small as possible to allow as much as possible to grow. There are ancient symbols here. I used to trace them out when I was a girl. Here we go again. If we do nebulas, there could be gate or way. Makes no sense to me. Nebula's gate. But of course I knew it was a door. I didn't need to tell me that. Did that work? Nope. That's just her commenting on it.
You'll always make a comment on whatever you guess.
Alright, speak to the gate.
Cert boyalki rafar.
Cat kiss.
Yaniwake. I find it interesting how you frequently keep walking even after starting conversations.
I'm just kind of holding the button and seeing where it leads me. I'll never get used to that. This is the main courtyard. There are alleys leading off in all directions. It's easy to get lost up here. A Roy's yard.
On Elbereth, you could buy anything for any purpose.
There's very Middle Eastern vibes here.
Wrong as oxen. Dependable. Sheep. Mistress. What is this lady selling?
It's a work market.
Workers?
Are you surprised? This is Elbereth. It's about as far from Iox as you can go.
I cannot be here, mistress.
What's the problem?
My ethical core is programmed against suffering. It does not differentiate by economic status.
There is nothing you can do, Six.
I am compelled to expend a considerable number of cycles verifying that before I can simply accept it, mistress.
I grew up here. I wasn't unhappy to leave. This place turns my stomach too. I might have ended up like this if it hadn't been for Miari. So they literally sell people off like slaves, indentured servants or something?
Pretty much.
It's crazy.
You're lost, Farwit?
Me?
I don't see any other Farwit here. And you brought a Miyameke with you. A robot here.
You got keen eyes, traitor.
Ha! The soapstone still has a spark. Tell me, soapstone. Who are you to bring me a Miyameke down here? What good are the metal things to anyone? That you're hoping to start a riot?
What's wrong with you? Did someone cut out your heart when you were a baby?
You're fearless, aren't you? I'd like you if you weren't such a Salewa.
Better that than what you are.
Salewa, this is my job, my profession. My mother did it, father before her. It's how I put my food on my table. Your kind won't be happy until only the Miyameke can eat.
It won't be robots that stick a knife in your belly.
Farwit Salewa. Salewa. Yes?
Why don't your laborers escape?
Don't be so disgusting. They aren't captives. Besides, where would they go?
On my ship.
What now?
Sold anything yet?
Someone always needs someone. I can wait. I can afford to wait after all.
Yeah, screw you. Aurora's yard is this way.
I will follow, mistress.
Oroi was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together. But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
This whole area is Aurora's, I think. She's useful. And people like to give her space. I have no idea what these things do. Aurora's always playing around with magnets and wires and things. Ah. I wonder how business is going. The alms tray looks pretty empty. There was an answering clatter from behind the door. What do we do now?
What do we do now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From the back room, I heard a curse.
All right.
All right, all right. What do you want? Oh. It's you.
It's good to see you.
It is it? You're here to dump another broken robot on me?
I don't remember it like that.
Oh, don't you? Ripping people off just doesn't stick. What do you want, Aaliyah? I was having a good day.
We'd been friends. Once.
Uh-huh. Have you heard any rumors about unknown sites?
I'm an engineer, not whatever it is you are.
I'm a doctor! I'm not a whatever.
Wrong profession.
Yeah, I forget the Star Trek reference. How's your family?
That's what you came to ask me? All right. My son is fine. My daughter... that's another story.
What happened to your daughter?
My daughter... My daughter thinks she's in love.
But that's lovely.
She's a child, Aaliyah.
How old is she now?
You know perfectly well how old she is, and she's not old enough.
Did you ever fix that robot I sold you?
No. Whatever it lost out there, it was really gone. I ended up borrowing a few internals for my collection. Disgusting.
How are things here?
Slow enough. Enjoy your robots, Aliyah Alazra.
Well, that was a pretty productive conversation, maybe. Goddess got a new skirt, cool. And yeah, I'm a doctor, not a pool man. So I was right. Like, the guy says I'm a doctor, not a blank. That's a joke.
Yeah. Usually preceded by damn it, Jim.
Yeah.
Are you ready to go now, mistress?
Don't hassle me. We can get the toppies this way.
To strangers, the cat kiss is like a maze. But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways. I could have found my way to Tappy's in the dark.
Right, in here. Tappy's place isn't big. But inside it's a treasure trove. But it's bigger on the inside! Oh, hey. Hold it!
Oh! But it's you! Welcome back to Elbereth, Moonflower.
Give it back, Toppy. Whatever it is you took.
I confess, I only really saw the robot. But friends, as you know, are friends. So have your no doubt precious brooch back. Mistress, Do not trust this man.
It's a bit late for a warning, 6. 12 years too late. I already don't trust him.
Oh, you adore me instead. I prefer it that way. Now come on in out of the cold. It seems as though I will wait here.
Tappy's place was a little
Suspiciously.
museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
It's so good to see you back on Elbereth, Aaliyah. The rivers above grow dull when
And
you're
at the
not with
centre
us.
of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
Totally trustworthy. Tappy, don't flirt with me. I know perfectly well you don't mean it.
Oh, but that is what makes it so enjoyable. All of the flavor with none of the hangover.
Listen, Tappy. I want to show you an artifact.
Oh, yes?
This is a copper cup for festifications dating from the Empire.
I could obtain one just like that on a slum street corner. You aren't dealing with some gutter rat trader here.
A highly ordained nebula chart dating from the earliest days of the nebula.
It's passable. Still, I can most likely do a little distance with that. I've not seen anything quite like that. I might be able to make you an offer. Yes, this is it. A tablet made of silver.
The surface been inscribed too. Alright. More words I don't know. Could be sail or follow. Let's try sail. Sail. These. Or follow. All. I said all for that. Related word, holy gate. Man. Oh, yeah, I don't know. We'll go with that. Follow these road. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this tablet before. So, it must have originated on somewhere we haven't previously discovered.
So, you've inspected the merchandise. The tablet for your highly ornate nebula chart.
You have a deal.
I think this looks rather good here. It will take me some time to set up buyers for what you've given me, so anything else let me consider another time, my fine lady.
And it tracks. I gave the chart to Tappy. So let's see if I'll regret that or not.
Are you happy with that robot of yours? I could probably adjust it a bit.
Uh-oh. Can you get rid of the ethical core?
These things run off their cores, but I'm told you can swap them out fairly easily.
Pfft, who told you that?
A mutual friend. Anyway, bear it in mind, Aaliyah.
By the way, Tappy, have you heard any rumors of sights? I could use a find.
You know, I did hear something. Something out in the fields.
What kind of something?
They say something sent one of the field workers flying through the air. This is what they say.
Was the man hurt?
Oh, I should think so. He was taken straight back to the market, though. Didn't earn another scrap. Some jobs you can do with a broken arm, but you're no good for plowing.
One of the laborers from the market.
That's right. Whatever's out there, I'd take a look myself, but I tend to attract attention when I go for walks outside the walls. But no one's going to trouble you. You're from Iox.
You want me to bring back what I find?
Only if it's worth anything. The pottery junk you can take back to your university. Whatever it is you do. Be careful you don't get zapped yourself, of course.
Uh-oh. 6 will keep me safe.
No doubt, no doubt.
Who buys all this stuff of yours?
Respectable people. And a few Elbereth rats, too.
But why do they want it? What good does it do?
Different reasons. Some are collectors, rich types. I think money hurts them, so they spend it quickly. Most of them are old, prostate problems. They leak money.
You mean you fleece them?
I provide a service, a purchasing experience. I'm paid for my time.
Another thing, Tabby. How are the Elberithians weathering things?
Has it been so long since you were here? Perhaps it has. Anyway, our suffering is stable for the moment.
And how is business?
It never booms. Somehow we all get by.
Alright, thank you. Bye-bye. See you later, Tappy.
Don't get any less marvelous. You are in one piece. Do you still have all your teeth? Are you ready to go yet, mistress?
Do it.
Stand by, mistress.
Oh, hey, teleportation. And so we left the service Elbereth. Well, that's cool. That is quite the service the robot gives.
Hmm.
And then we see everything I did. Okay, but I still have the brooch.
Yeah, he gave it back.
But interesting that we could mess with the core of 6 here. Let's see, Iox, or I can go off on my own. Look out there. It seems to go on forever.
Mistress?
What if the rivers aren't natural at all? What if they weren't created by storms or magnetic fields or anything like that?
What else could they be?
God! I don't know. Something whole. Something with a design. God.
There are no designers.
Imagine a ship dragging flows behind it the way a plow tracks out a furrow. A tapestry of cloud and smoke.
The well springs drive the flows, mistress.
Don't tell me you believe the well springs are natural.
They exist in nature, mistress.
Oh god, this is like reminding me of like some debates I've heard online. This is natural. No, this is supernatural. Can you prove it? Can you disprove it? I'm going to rest, Six.
Very good, mistress. I believe I can handle the ship. Back to Iox?
Back to Iox.
Yes, mistress.
Now, will that let me fast travel there or no?
Yeah, it is a fast travel thing between certain locations.
Cool. But obviously, if I want to explore the nebula, I have to navigate it, especially that whole
Mm-hmm.
thing, that whole
So if you
region.
choose to navigate a specific area and you are traveling, once you get to paths you already know, you can fast travel the rest of the way. Which is
Cool.
very convenient because sometimes the traveling is very long and tedious.
Yeah, I mean, just look at. Yeah, just to get from Marseille to Elbereth took a while. And there's probably stuff down here, and there's stuff up here, and there's that all the way up there.
I don't know, mistress. When I connect to the winches aboard the ship, they do seem to fit. I wonder if I once enjoyed sailing.
I like how it just stops the whole camera just so we can focus in on that side of conversation.
Well, it's not like you stop at any other time when having a conversation.
Yeah, I just normally walk and do the thing. This game's control is really weird. It like strip my control and it won't strip it at times. I went outside the University grounds once exploring. This is a very beautiful moon. You can tell it was once lush, fertile. There must have been huge forests, lakes, rivers. They're all but dry now. You not been outside?
No. Aaliyah, you're back. But I don't know if I want to ask what you found.
I'll tell you. If you're ready to hear it. Man. Big decision here. Because I have no reason to trust them. But then again, I feel like I haven't done much investigating. But because he went off exploring elsewhere, maybe, I don't know. I'll just drop the bomb. He's almost certainly dead.
Almost certainly. That's the best you could do.
No, Professor. You return before we properly resolve the issue. We have a lead.
Oh, that was me who should have been saying that.
Yeah, my bad.
Renba's ship. Aaliyah, I want to know for sure. And I want to know what he was doing out there. He told me he'd learned something about the fall.
What fall?
What fall? And you say you believe in history. Iox fell, Aaliyah. The Empire collapsed. Our protectorate is the Empire of old, and the fall will come again. The loop tells us that the past is prophecy, and if we are not ready for it, we will not survive it.
The fall was almost 350 years ago. It's ancient history.
You are quite wrong. That's what Renba was doing for me out there, trying to learn how the fall will occur. And Renba found something inside one of his robots.
Inside?
He found a way into a robot. into its core. The robot told him something, set him to digging up something on a moon near Elbereth. He hired laborers from the Elbereth markets to do the work, and then I heard nothing until he sent me that brooch. But the robot knew about the fall, Aaliyah. The robots. The robots know everything.
But what do they know?
Everything. If we are to survive the fall, Aaliyah, we must understand it too. It is coming, and soon.
Do you really believe this?
I'm growing tired of your cynicism. Find what Renba found. We have to know what will happen.
Is Huang around?
I have no idea. Most likely, where else would he be? Please, Aaliyah, leave me to think.
Well, we're not really getting on the best of terms here. Yay.
One last thing, Aaliyah. If you notice anything strange about your new robot, you tell me.
I think I understand you.
Robots are valuable things, Aaliyah. I want to know immediately if anything happens to this one. I hope that's clear.
Clear.
I'm glad to hear it.
What could the robot be hiding?
Do you believe her, mistress? Do you believe in the loop?
Of course not. It's wishful thinking. Or fear. But still, Renba found something.
Now surely we must try to follow Janaki's trail further. Time to depart, mistress. Not yet.
Soon, not yet.
There is one other location you can look at down here, which is just to the left of the stairs.
If Renbo's hiring laborers from Elbereth, then the lady who runs the market there should remember him. Can't be many auctions hiring workers from her. Oh, right.
I do not like that market, mistress.
So there's a lead. Potentially.
There is also the lead that we have the
library
locations to look at.
is a quiet spot to think. Except when Huang's in there, which of course, he always is.
Aaliyah, you're back. Did you find Renba?
It's complicated.
Oh, that's sounding like maybe you didn't. Did he go native on some wild moon? I've heard there are places out there where people get up to all sorts of things.
Something like that.
It's bad news, isn't it? About Renba.
He's dead, Huang.
Oh. Are you sure?
He was blown to a million pieces. They'll be washing around the rivers until you and I breathe them in.
Oh, but don't... I'm sorry to hear that. I didn't know him, but professors... They're supposed to die in soft chairs watching the fountain.
Listen, Huang. Did you know Renba was hiring laborers?
No. What for?
He was exploring, looking for something. But I don't know what, and I don't know if he found it.
Maybe you should ask them.
Ask who?
The laborers, of course. Or whoever sells them.
Who is this Mazwai you're always reading about?
He was a sailor from maybe 20 loops ago. She was a traveling monk mistress. Have you found any artifacts you want me to look at?
A couple. I found this tablet. Let me see. Oh,
Let me see that.
there's an inscription. I read it as "Follow these road."
You know, I'm sure you're correct about follow.
Yay! Thanks, Wong.
Now, I've seen something similar if I remember right, and it also had a script. Let me see if I can find it.
Alright, well, I'm glad I was right about something.
I've really got to tidy up sometime. This was written on a battered metal tablet. It was found in a Renaki house several years ago. I don't know if it's related, of course.
This is the start of a fragment of text. Here we go again. I don't think we have any of this yet. Oh, these. My translation of these doesn't feel right now. Oh, so it's automatically crosses it out. Hopefully if I can make some better guesses this time. Let's go for sale. Does sale free make sense? Do you have any more like that?
Let me see. How about this? It's a sketch of a broken wooden tablet. It was found buried here on Iox back in my father's day.
Is that a single word? Most likely not. Ancient scribes didn't always trouble to put in their spaces. I don't think they expected the writing to read or to be read. Sale. I'm feeling confident about my translation of sale now. Way right. Another word down. Maybe we road. We sail in front. I don't think that's together. Ahead. Ask again. Do we have any more like that?
Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. Do you want me to archive the tablet?
Take it.
Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly.
Oh, I gave the tablet without figuring out what it said.
Don't worry, you can always look back at inscriptions you've seen. You can see in the bottom left, if you click on T, it'll give you all the inscriptions. Plus, you can look at solved ones, which will basically just bring it up and say things, if you see them up at top. And if you click that, it'll just say it's... solvable is also one that, yeah. Solved shows you this is what we know this inscription was. Solvable, I think, basically lets you say, oh, we know it's solved.
But
And
we're not sure yet.
and clicking it will basically move it into solved inscriptions. So you know the brooch is Holy Emperor.
Yeah, we have solved, we have unsolved inscriptions, and there's a lot of them. Yeah, we're still not sure if that's goddess, but it makes the most sense. I see. Seems like with only one option left, they may have like narrowed what this meant.
In general, if it's unsolved, it means it has words that you're not sure about yet.
Yeah, but I just remember more options in that case. It hurt Huang's feelings if I said so, but these books are all recent. Most from the last 50 years or so. You're not a history nerd. I'm calling out your credentials, Huang. Alright, so I will determine a location and we'll probably wrap up the stream for tonight because I don't want to make sure this goes too late for you.
Fair enough. Are you ready to go now, mistress?
Yeah, already spoken to my guy. So why not explore a little bit? Maybe I'll find something in that big old region. But unfortunately, can I set a waypoint even though I don't know the region where I'm going to?
Yes, it'll take you to the region, and then you can look around.
Okay. Here?
Yep.
Time to move on.
I will ready the ropes, mistress.
Alright, let's sail away.
Come sail away, come sail away.
Come sail away with me. It's a good song. Let's go here. So, why does it say unknown site and source of the brooch crystal?
Those are two separate locations.
Hmm.
The source of the brooch crystal is the only indication you have of where the guy went. The unknown site is something else that you just happen to find some things that may indicate there's a site there.
Yeah, which was the brooch and this cup. It's still interesting. You know, we have topics of philosophy and, you know, deterministic worlds versus supernatural, and kind of curious to see where our characters land on. Obviously, the robot's gonna want the logical, naturalistic answer, and a lot of people here definitely have like this religious undertone to them with their goddesses and figures of worship.
And this mention of the loop.
They say on Iox that the rivers flow with the souls of the dead. Anything to scare you to the ground.
I also see your... Oh, yeah, past control to 6 will basically take you as far as the explored rivers you've taken go.
Well, I don't think that's a good idea because I've only been on here twice. No offense, robot, but I gotta make sure I actually chart the course.
It'll take you through the charted course. Basically up to the planet that you've been... Up to Maerzi, as far as there.
Yeah, geez, we're gonna be on this for like 5 whole minutes. And I literally can't go any faster.
Not gonna read it.
Look out there, 6.
Obviously, it is indeed beautiful, mistress.
But how can robots understand beauty? I don't understand this. Then again, it has like this, what you call it, ethics matrix?
Ethical core.
Yeah, so it has to understand something. Comes pre-programmed with... Apparently it can detect whether to trust somebody or not, or it can offer opinions.
I also see you're already getting the joy of, ooh, this thing has an inscription.
Yeah, it's like I'm in a giant escape room, except it's really big and it's just inscriptions. There's not really any other puzzles. And what did the moons get out of being in a protectorate?
Theoretically, the support of the Ioxian Guard. But that is largely historical.
Wait, do I go faster with my sails unfurled? Of course I do.
I think sweeping the sails gives you a momentary boost. Like, for a moment you go a little faster, but then the speed wears off.
There we go.
I always did it by doing, like, occasional sweeps to get a boost, then letting go, and then boosting again.
Once I'm at full speed, yeah.
Kinda like swimming.
That's actually a good analogy. What did you make of Remba's brooch anyway, Six?
The one he sent to Mayari. I was struck by the craftsmanship. It seemed very fine to me. It is an artisanal product, high status. Our route goes left, mistress. Your question.
How high status?
Hard to say. Possibly very high.
Perhaps the most high? So it's valuable.
Most likely.
And we're getting into some really weird territory now.
Mistress surely does not intend to sell it.
Of course not. But it shows the professor trusts me, doesn't it? Here we are.
My findings suggest the source of the brooch crystal should be somewhere nearby.
Possible search locations. Hopefully it's obvious when I lay eyes on it. There's a rock.
There's a
ahead.
rock.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, what have we found?
Well, you found it.
That wasn't that bad.
This one.
So just sail until you get an automatic cutscene.
Sometimes it needs a little more searching. We have arrived, mistress. The moon below us is rich in purple iolite crystals, but there is no surface flow. We cannot land the ship.
You think Renba went down there?
No, there is no air. He must have sent a robot.
If Renba did have a robot, maybe we can find it. Maybe we can find Renba that way.
Perhaps I should go down and look.
Are you sure the iolite crystal came from here?
Statistically certain, mistress. The moon is rich in deposits of iolite. Please wait here.
Just don't take too long. Whoa, when it
A moment later, the robot was gone,
random teleport.
and I was alone in the dark.
If I flew away now, I could be rid of that thing. What were you up to, Renpa? If you didn't find robots on Marseille, what did you find?
Mistress. I did not find a robot, mistress, but I found something else.
This is Janiki's?
The probability is high. I believe the moon below us was once a quarry, but this box is no artifact.
A tool chest?
An engineer's chest.
You better not have damaged it.
It appears intact to me, mistress.
I hope there isn't a snake in here.
Of course, an archaeologist would worry about a snake.
Snakes. Why does all that always have to be snakes? Thick fabric? Janiki, what is this? Some kind of robe. But it's hundreds of years old. And there's something stitched along the belt. Tiny characters picked out in a darker thread. Oh, wow, okay. This one is a phrase. Run together. Oh, I think that was you. Goddesses? We. I think that's all I can do. Oh, in front.
What about in...
This doesn't feel right. Not goddesses. Oh. No. It's we in front. So that isn't a word for in front. But I believe... Oh.
But I believe you can be confident of your translation for we, mistress.
Got it. So I need to go back to that other... Alright, so that's how it works. Nebula, together? How about together? Maybe we'll try pray. Together we pray. That will do for now. Were you following your goddess, Renpa? Or some ancient faith, perhaps? Kept secret from the powers back on Iox? Secret from Miari herself? There's more in here. This is a shard from a glass bottle. And is there... There is! You can still smell it.
I cannot.
It's it's a perfume bottle, and there's some inscribed characters along here. This is the end of a long line of text. Well, we know water. That's the only word I know. There's not enough here. There's not enough here for me to guess the rest. I'll have to hope I see the sequences again. I wonder what sort of person would have owned this. Someone rich and noble, or someone poor and aspiring? Most likely this comes from the same site as the tablet. The one we were given on Elbereth. But that's not all. There's also a chip figurine fashioned from Antler. How did Renpa get his hands on all this?
The base seems to be marked, mistress.
This is one of a broken fragment of text. once. Watch. All right. So the game just, I just like that. If you see it enough, she can just figure out, no, that's wrong. Doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say no. Gods know you. I think this comes from the same source as the shard from a bottle. This new find should be helpful in pinning down where these originated. So, are these things what Rembo was after?
Wait, mistress. I will consider the matter.
Can you work out where the robe originated?
I fear so. It is not a good location, mistress. But Professor Mayari was keen that we found Master Renba. And I am sure Master Renba is equally keen to be found.
Show me where he went, Six.
I am not exactly certain, mistress. But I believe Renba traveled far from home, into the eye of the cyclones.
Oh boy. Alright, I need a... See if we can get to like a neutral space. There we go. So, interesting. So this whole giant unknown area,
Has been narrowed down.
that's nice. We will set sail there, but no.
Don't worry, you'll land when you get there. So that's where we can stop.
Okay. Peeking in. Hello, Red Yoshi. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Yoshi.
Are you saying there's a cult living inside the Cyclones?
Oh, I missed my line.
Oh! Doing what? Worshipping the storm?
It is possible. Humans have very strange hobbies.
Oh man, that was crazy fast. Did I pass it?
Nope. Keep going. The route leads straight ahead here, mistress.
Here we go again.
I have been analyzing the purple robe we found in Renba's tool chest, mistress. The fabric appears to be of a significant age.
Like I said, just peeking in.
No comment?
I appreciate you being here. This game is definitely very engaging. Even with... Oh, it's just the visuals and the dialogue and... Oh my god, where are we going? I don't really understand what's going on, so... We're in one piece?
We appear to be.
Oh, jeez.
We are near to the eye of the cyclones, mistress.
Uh-oh. I worry. Oh, there's something straight ahead. I just like how 6 goes from confusion to certainty here.
There is an air, but no upriver, mistress. We will need to leave the ship here and hop her down. Please do not be alarmed. It is no different from the Elbereth Gate.
Teleportation. Somehow. So, Red Yoshi, basically, we're an archaeologist paired with a robot. We're trying to find a mystery of a friend of our professor here. We're in outer space. We don't know where. We don't know where in history we are. We just know there's empires that rose and fell. There's a political structure in place. There's classism. There's a lot of stuff that reflects like modern society in some areas, and there's a lot of themes, influences that.
The hopper fired, and for a moment I was gone. Not aboard the Nightingale, not on the moon beneath. It could have been a heartbeat or an hour. But I didn't feel the cold until I reappeared.
All right.
A pile of rocks, mistress, smashed together by the waters. It seems Janaki had a taste for places like this.
I have a feeling about this one. Whatever Remba was after, we're close.
I hope he will be grateful when we find him. We are taking considerable risk.
Nope, and that's where we'll end it, although I want to check one thing. It's the unsolved inscriptions. I'm going to go all the way back.
But there's one about solvable, too.
Yeah, this is the one I was going for. So we know Goddess is wrong. Oh, wait, huh? Wait, but I thought... I'm confused. Was it solved or not solved?
Yes. If it's solvable, that means all the words are known. So you clicked it, and now it's moved into solved.
Okay, because I thought goddesses was wrong, that same symbol, unless it was like one goddess versus two goddess. So that's why I was a little confused what was going on there. Oh, so it got rid of watches. I just chose all because circle means like all encompassing. So I'm not sure how much of that is logical and how much is that it follows an actual symbology or. And then these is out. Follow. Maybe it means honest. Yeah. Alright, we'll see. But next time, because it is late, and I think this is a great place to stop. So, a couple hours in. Hopefully I can start a bit earlier next time so we can squeeze in a bit more time.
Indeed. It's been interesting seeing how you go about it.
Am I playing differently than how you did it?
Well, the fact you keep walking during conversations only to trigger more conversations is part of it.
Yeah, it just feels natural to me. Oh, we got my friend DJ here, so I'm gonna go raid him. I'm surprised he's actually streaming this. Oh, I know he's streaming this early. He was streaming. So many achievements. Stop showing me Steam, please. Ugh. All right, so I'm gonna raid my friend for once. DJ Atomica Plays. Absolutely a wonderful pupper. There we go. So I'll see you all tomorrow, actually, because tomorrow I'm gonna try and wrap up Slide 4 once and for all. So until then, and until next week, Fly, I will see you, and thank you for recommending this game. I'm pretty hyped.
Indeed.
Right.
Do take care, Zeus, and I shall see you more soon enough.
Yep. Bye-bye, everybody.
Ta!